Hey guys, welcome back to the main event. I'm Daniel, and yeah, we got a little something different for you guys tonight. Now you guys already know it, even though I haven't revealed it, because YouTube has the video. You clicked on the link itself, so you guys already know the title. But it's okay, because I'm gonna play it out for you. So, anyways, we get to the end of each year, and I always do who was the main eventer of that year. But I've gotten to the end of 10 years of these now. I've done 10 years worth of reviews from 1985 to 1995. And I decided, you know what? We got to take it to the next level. And what is the next level? The Main Event Hall of Fame. That's right. I'm doing my own Hall of Fame. And as you can see, this is the first class, if you will. So before I get started, let me go ahead and just throw out some of my, ground rules on this Hall of Fame. I'm sure I'll get some complaints later down the road, and I'll just refer everybody to this video right here. I'll be like, hey, watch the first one, and I'll explain all your questions. The first thing I want to throw out there, because you gotta remember the Hall of Fame here, is this is a Marks Hall of Fame. All right, like I'm going based on no and wrong. I mean, the people I'll choose will have contributed greatly to the industry itself. The sport of professional wrestling, everything like that. Great workers, all stuff, yes. But it's also the people that I grew up watching. The storylines. I don't care if certain wrestlers are great workers or not. Guess what? If they were multi-time champions, boom, that's it. That's enough for me. I'm happy with that. Because that's what it's all about, in my opinion. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry I know it will offend most people out there, but it is what it is. So this is definitely a Marks Hall of Fame, won't be a whole lot. And that's another thing. It is the Main Event Hall of Fame. Meaning no jobbers on this list. None. None whatsoever. The only criteria is you had to have competed in a pay-per-view main event. So, hey, if you was in a pay-per-view main event, you will be eligible, to join here. Unfortunately, if you're a jobber who never made up the ranks, then I'm sorry. You're not making it into the Hall of Fame. So, the other thing is, at the end of the day, it is also my Hall of Fame. A lot of my own personal feelings will get involved on this. I'll be the first to admit it. I'm going to politic the shit out of this. There'll be a lot of favorites going over others. People who maybe deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. People will be like, well, why isn't this person in the Hall of Fame? Guess what? Because it's my Hall of Fame. Yes, like I did mention already that you have to have already participated in a main event on a pay-per-view, meaning Bruno Sammartino will never be a part of this main event Hall of Fame. I'm sorry. I love the Bruin. I do, but guess what? He's not going to be in my Hall of Fame. You guys can cry all you want. You can start leaving your hate mail down below. Doesn't matter. My Hall of Fame. The other thing is, I'm looking at this strictly from the year 1995, meaning that obviously I'm not going to excuse me. I film live, I don't edit. Meaning it's 1995, I'm not going to induct Shawn Michaels in on the first year, part of the first class. Because in 1995, he's yet to really even be a main eventer yet. Don't get me wrong, he's got the makings of it, he's competed in some main events, but he's yet to actually establish himself as the face of the company yet. That'll happen in 96. So obviously he won't be thrown in there right off the bat. That goes for all your other ones. You'll be like, well, what about this guy or what about this guy? Odds are maybe it's not his turn yet. Maybe he's still got more ahead of him. I'm picking people who clearly, not saying that they necessarily retired by 1995, but had they retired, their legacy up to that point would have been secured. You've been like, yep, that guy did everything he needed to do, and that's it. That's it. He's a Hall of Famer right now. And finally, I guess the last little bullet point here on, my Hall of Fame is, wow, I just blanked on it. I grasped it for a second, and then I blanked. Ridiculous. Oh yeah, I'm not going to shoot my load like WWE does every year. They'll have a massive induction, and they're like, who are we going to get next year? Shit. And then they start scraping the bottom barrel. That ain't going to happen. Not on this show. This Hall of Fame, very small induction classes. So small, in fact, the first year, there's only one. That's right. In 1995, my main eventer Hall of Fame first class is only going to have one wrestler in it, and that's it. I'm sure if you saw the thumbnail, you already guessed who it is. Or if you can see the digital version of this guy beating the shit out of everybody back there, you'll know who it is. So let's get to it without any further ado. Who is the first class, the first person to be inducted into my main event Hall of Fame? Hulk Hogan. Who else would it be? Who else would it be? Like, seriously. Let's look at it first from just everything he's accomplished pre-1995. I mean, even before the, pay-per-view where I'm starting everything at, before that, he already a mainstream crossover star with Rocky 3. He was, the top wrestler in AWA, came over to WWF, won the world title. So let's go into 85 now, where we're at. I mean, he helped, pretty much, he was leading the entire rock and wrestling, connection there. That entire rock and roll wrestling era was him. Let's be real. I mean, he was the biggest mainstream crossover star in professional wrestling. Love him or hate him, say what you want. Kids loved him. I was a Hulkamaniac growing up. Seriously, I fed into all that bullshit. I did. Still wish I could. Like, I tried to. It's like when a guy becomes an atheist later down the road. There's really no going back for him. Kind of same thing. Once you grow up, you realize that the training, the saying your prayers, eating your vitamins is all bullshit. You're like, oh, okay. Can't go back to that. Can't go back to those happier times. But guess what? When I was a youngster, Hogan. All about Hogan. Loved Hogan. I mean, look at, his career in WWF. I mean, epic encounters with Andre the Giant, Macho Man Randy Savage, The Ultimate Warrior. I mean, Sergeant Slaughter, say what you want about the matches themselves. The storyline was incredible. And everybody's just like, it's controversial, and they were cashing it, exploiting the Gulf War thing. I was a kid, and I bought into it. I was like, USA, USA. It was great. Loved it. I mean, incredible. The guy was like the major focal point of almost every WrestleMania. Like every single one of them, up until he left. I mean, that's insane right there. Even WrestleMania 4, he wasn't even in the main event. The only one he wasn't main eventing. And guess what? Still inserted himself up in the top spot. Didn't matter. Hogan, baby. Won the world title, I think, in his first run. What was that? 5 times? 3 times? 5 times? I can't remember. He had it a lot. Goes over to WCW, same thing. At this point now, he's a little smaller. The steroid scandal kind of, came out and everything. But guess what? Came over there and dominated. We finally got our dream match. Hogan versus Flair that WWF never gave us for some reason. I don't give a shit what their bullshit reason was. We should have gotten it in WWF. We didn't. We get in WCW. It was a great match. He goes on to have, epic clashes with Vader, the Dungeon of Doom. He battles Andre the Giant's son. Come on, we'll roll with it, whatever. I mean, even when he's tempted to the dark side, no matter how many times he's been betrayed, mega powers explode. The Butcher turns his back on him. Well, he was what was he going by at that point? Was he just a barber? He wasn't a barber. Brother Brutai, that's it. Brutus turns his back on him. Doesn't matter. Jimmy Hart turns his back on him. Can't stop Hulkamania, baby. Can't stop Hulkamania. World champion everywhere he goes. He's the biggest star. Let's look at past where I'm at now. Okay, right there. That's enough to establish him as the main eventer right there. But let's face it, he's about to change the face of professional wrestling forever. At Bash to the Beach '96, when he turns heel and the NWO is formed, my God, easily the most important moment in professional wrestling ever. I mean, it shook it all up. Everybody wants to talk about the Attitude Era. That started it, in my opinion. I'm sorry, the WCW kind of started the Attitude Era because when that happened, WWF's like, oh, we got to do something now. We got to do something, and boom, I draw it all back to the Bash to the Beach. I really do. His return. I mean, because in WCW, he was one of the greatest heels, most hated person. And the thing is around this time that people started kind of knowing about the politics backstage. So now it's all coming, up front. So now people are hating him just because they're like, he's undeserving, he's past his prime. But it fed great into that character. Hollywood Hogan, chicken shit heel. He was great. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you guys, was he politicking? Yeah, he absolutely was. But guess what? Everybody does it. Grow up. If you don't think that's how the game's played in professional wrestling, then you're living in a dream world. You're still stuck in kayfabe world. He did what he had to do to be the top star for years, for decades. WCW closes. He comes back to WWF, has the greatest, honestly, probably my favorite match. Him and The Rock, WrestleMania 18. Holy shit. Magic. I don't care what anybody says. That was magic. And at that point, I was a high school wrestling fan. So I was already kind of like, you know, you're kind of, it didn't have the same magic as it does when you're a kid. But you watch that match, it takes you right back. I remember being there, hating the fact that like my two favorite guys are going at it. I say two favorite guys. Hollywood Hogan wasn't really my favorite guy at the time, but he was part of my favorite faction, like NWO. Always been a big NWO fan, but I love The Rock. Seeing these guys collide tore me up, and I was like, And I didn't know who to root for, and it was great because you know what? The crowd's the same way. It starts with the Rocky chants, and then it swoops over to Hogan, and just like that, it was just like, holy shit. Is the match a technical classic? No. Was any of Hogan's matches technical classics? No. Didn't matter. The power of Hulkamania powered every one of those. The power of the Hulkamaniacs feeding this man, this wrestling god, was enough to get through it. It didn't matter. Didn't matter. Didn't have to put on 5-star technical clinics. Didn't have to, kill himself in the ring like Daniel Bryan or CM Punk. Guess what? Didn't matter. Hogan, baby. Hulk Hogan. And guess what? He is the first inductee of the Main Event Hall of Fame. There you go. So guys, drop your favorite Hogan moments down below. That's right. And that's all I got. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Tune in tomorrow night. We're going to kickstart 1996 with the Royal Rumble. So, oh yeah. That's all I got, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.